condado de San Bernardino, y eventualmente la persecución se fue hacia el área de Glendale, donde el conductor se montó a la autopista 134 en dirección oeste, eventualmente en la autopista 5 en dirección norte, donde nos encontramos ahora acercándonos a la salida de la Boulevard Calgrove. Al momento, la Patrulla de Caminos de California nos dice que solo hay una persona a bordo del vehículo, un conductor hombre, que es buscado en conexión con un incidente involucrando drogas del área de San Bernardino, que ahora continúa hacia el norte en el área de Santa Clarita. Reportando desde el helicóptero, yo soy Eliana Moreno, Telemundo 52. Back with you guys here in English. I was just saying a few words there for our sister station, Telemundo, but we are back here on NBCLA.com and all of our streaming platforms. Now, the vehicle is a older model Ford F-150. They're saying red, but it's a mix. You see that red stripe, but looks like the top of the vehicle is actually black. And what I see in the back, to me, looks like it looks like balloons. It looks like balloons there in the back. But again, this is a person that is wanted for a narcotics violation out of San Bernardino. Narcotics trafficking was what I heard. And the officers are actually trying to figure out what's in the back. I just heard them ask. From my vantage point, it looks like balloons. I can't really tell if there's anything else beyond that, but at least that's what I see. LAPD airship is overhead. And in terms of units, I'm just looking right out my window, and I'm seeing 4 units of the California Highway Patrol that are in pursuit. But again, this started with San Bernardino Sheriff's deputies, undercover officers who were behind the vehicle. They tried to get some LA agencies behind it, and eventually they got the CHP behind it. So that is where we find ourselves now. And we do have a few trees here on this side, but if we were flying on the other side, we've got the mountains there, so we kind of have to dodge that. So pardon the shot here with all the trees here, but it is the safest spot for us to be in here in News Chopper 4. And the vehicle continuing northbound on the 5, and yeah, definitely balloons. So we got some balloons there in the back, and something else back there. I can't really tell what that might be. Perhaps the helium tanks to go with these, or some sort of other party supply, but that's what it looks like from my vantage point. And there is a sign there on the door. Now, I'm going to throw in a few doublers. It's going to get a little bit dark, but maybe you guys at home can help with your eagle eyes figure out what it says there on the side. It looks like some sort of party business, if I had to say. Looks like I do see what look like balloons in the advertisement there on the side of the car. So again, this person wanted for some sort of narcotics trafficking out of San Bernardino, and eventually those undercover officers followed him all the way to Los Angeles, to the LAPD's Northeast Division. They tried to get some LAPD units behind it. They then tried to get Glendale behind it. But eventually, once he jumped on the freeway, it was CHP's jurisdiction, so they got behind it, and that's who's behind it now. So we've got at least 4 units of the California Highway Patrol behind this guy. And I'm saying guy because that's what they're confirming on the scanner. They're saying this is a male suspect, only person inside, and airship from the LAPD overhead. And real quickly, I'm just going to say a few words in Spanish for our sister station, Telemundo. Buenas noches una vez más desde el helicóptero. Yo soy Eliana Moreno reportando sobre una persecución policíaca que se encuentra en la autopista 5. Esto es cerca del área de Magic Mountain. Y como pueden ver, esto es un área donde hay conos de construcción. Entonces, posiblemente van a haber trabajadores de Caltrans aquí en unas millas. Pero acaba de ahí es donde vemos a los trabajadores de construcción de Caltrans. Tienen 2 carriles cerrados, tienen los 2 carriles de la mano derecha cerrados, y los 2 carriles hacia la mano izquierda están abiertos. Pero continúa aquí en la autopista 5 en dirección norte, acercándose a la salida de la calle Newhall Ranch Road. Go ahead, George. They just spiked him. Thank you, George. So my pilot, George Marcineau, hearing that they might have deployed a spike there. I didn't see him hit it. I did see him hit a cone, though. Oh, he's almost going to hit that big rig there. That was a really close call. He had another really close call earlier in the pursuit. What looked to me like he almost hit a car. He might have tapped it earlier. It was a smaller sedan. That was also on the northbound 5. He just made his way there through the construction zone. There were some Caltrans workers that had 2 lanes shut down in the area. We're beyond that closure, but you still do see a lot of cones here through the Santa Clarita area here on the northbound 5. And unfortunately, I'm just kind of thinking up ahead a little bit here. Once we get to Castaic, we can't follow this any further because of darkness. You've got those dark mountains there on the northbound 5. So it gets a little too dark for us. So we'll see if this ends before that, or if he exits, or if he decides to U-turn, and then we'll be able to stay overhead. But for now, we'll continue to give you the best images that we can here as he's maybe going to think about exiting. Nope. Northbound on the 5. Coming up to Hasley Canyon. Again, narcotics trafficking suspect out of San Bernardino. Still in an active police pursuit here with the California Highway Patrol on northbound 5. La persecución continúa aquí en la autopista 5 en dirección norte, acercándose a la calle de Newhall Ranch Road. La patrulla de caminos de California sigue persiguiendo a este conductor en esta camioneta roja en color, una Ford F-150. Una persecución que empezó en el área de San Bernardino y eventualmente la patrulla de caminos de California se juntó a la persecución cuando estaba en la autopista 134 en dirección este. Eventualmente nos cambiamos a la autopista 5 en dirección norte, donde nos encontramos ahorita, pero el conductor sigue yendo hacia el norte. Si continúa en esta dirección, eventualmente se va a ir del condado de Los Ángeles y entrar al condado de Kern County y tal vez terminar en áreas como Bakersfield posiblemente, pero como les digo, esta es una persecución que empezó en el área de San Bernardino y continúa aquí en Los Ángeles. Back with you guys here in English. So I was just saying in Spanish that eventually he's going to be out of LA County here pretty soon, and he's going to be entering areas like Kern County. He is slowing down a little bit. The freeway does start to have a gradual incline here as you continue northbound on the 5 into Castaic, so we'll see if that plays a factor. That's why you'll start to see some of the big rigs move to the right, because it's really difficult for them to travel at high speeds here through this area because of that grade. So continuing northbound on the 5, Parker Road. Again, as I was saying, eventually we're going to get to a point where we won't be able to follow it anymore because of darkness, but we will stay on this as long as we can for you here in News Chopper 4. Again, a chase that originated with San Bernardino undercover officers. They were trailing this narcotics suspect. They tried to get LAPD's Northeast Division officers behind it, and then they tried to get Glendale because it was in their area. But they really didn't have a lot of time to get those units behind him because he quickly jumped on that 134 West. So the California Highway Patrol swooped in and is now actively in pursuit here. At least 4 patrol units of the California Highway Patrol, along with the LAPD airship overhead. Yeah, you can basically hold around here, George, and I'll just follow with the camera. Thank you. Big shout out here to my pilot, George Marcineau, doing what he can to keep us on this. Of course, we are limited due to the dark conditions here as the 5 makes its way to the north here, leaving LA County and headed towards Bakersfield, essentially, if he continues. So what we're going to do is we're going to park it over Castaic, essentially, and use the camera to shoot to the north. So the vehicle is going to become ever so smaller here in the picture frame, but we'll continue to track it for you, continue to listen on the scanner as long as we can until we lose reception, of course. But northbound on the 5 at Lake Hughes Road in the Newhall area, you'll be able to see all the units behind him in this shot. So 4 units of the CHP behind him, LAPD airship overhead. And what's going to happen is eventually he'll get on the other side here of the pass of the Grapevine. And once he's on the other side, then some of the CHP units from that jurisdiction could take over so that these LA units can return back home. That's what's so convenient about a chase with the CHP, is because the CHP is the police of our freeway systems throughout the state. As soon as the pursuit enters a different area, the units from that area can take over the pursuit. So when we first got overhead, it was actually the Altadena units that were on it, and then they gave it over to the TAN or the Newhall units, and eventually they'll get over to the Kern County side, and then the units over there will take over. We won't be able to follow it at that point, but you can see that slowdown I was referring to with these big rigs. Oh, look at that splitting between big rigs. Wow. He might have done some damage to the car on that one. I could have sworn I saw sparks. So we'll see if he was just maybe a little too hard on the brakes, or if he lost a tire or damaged something. But once this big rig gets out of the shot there, the vehicle is just on the other side. You see the CHP unit there, and I can't hear it anymore on the scanner, so I'm just kind of trying to do my best here from a distance to figure out what's going on. But the car has slowed down significantly, and I do see what look like sparks on the driver's side of the vehicle. So if you look carefully right there in the middle, you'll be able to see something there. He's in the number 2 lane, still trucking along here, slow speeds, but continuing to make his way here northbound on the 5. You see all of the big rigs there pulling over to the right. That's exactly what you want to do in this type of situation. Move over to the right, let the pursuit go by, and then when you can rejoin the freeway when it is safe to do so. But he's still moving here, not very fast, but he's still moving, continuing up the northbound 5. 4 units of the California Highway Patrol behind him with the LAPD airship overhead. Buenas noches una vez más desde el helicóptero. Yo soy Eliana Moreno reportando sobre una persecución que continúa aquí en la autopista 5 en dirección norte. En el área de Templin Highway vemos 5 patrullas de la patrulla de caminos de California que siguen persiguiendo al conductor de esta camioneta, una Ford F-150 roja en color, roja y negra en color. Una persecución que empezó con oficiales de San Bernardino y se vino al condado de Los Ángeles, donde eventualmente la patrulla de caminos de California empezó a seguir al conductor en la autopista 134 y después la autopista 5, donde nos encontramos ahora, y eventualmente la persecución va a estar muy lejos, va a entrar al condado de Kern y no vamos a poder ver el vehículo, pero desde la distancia aquí les podemos mostrar que la persecución continúa en dirección norte en el área de Castaic. Reportando desde el helicóptero, yo soy Eliana Moreno, del Mundo 52. Back with you guys here in English on NBCLA. So from a distance here, you can see what look like 6 units now of the California Highway Patrol. We started with 4, we're up to 6. 6 or 7. Looks like 7. So we've got what look like 7 units. There's a few that are actively in the pursuit. The other ones are kind of just helping hold back traffic, because I have a feeling that officers feel that this is going to come to an end here very soon, because the vehicle appears to have become disabled, and sure enough, it looks like it has fully stopped to me. So you see the officers there. 1 officer in each lane. Again, I can't hear this anymore on the scanner, so I'm just recording it here from a distance, and then we'll be able to get you an update here for the NBC4 News at 11 o'clock with what happened here at the termination. But from a distance here, what we see is that the vehicle has come to a stop. This is northbound on the 5 near Templin Highway. I'm going to move the map off there to make it a little clearer for us. So the vehicle appears to have become disabled. It's at a complete stop. Again, we don't know exactly what is transpiring right now because we can't hear it. So at this point, it's unclear to me if he is complying or if he's still in the vehicle. But you see all of the CHP lights there, 1 officer in each lane here of the northbound 5 freeway, with a few officers holding back there, holding back the traffic. And again, this was a narcotics trafficking suspect, a pursuit that started with San Bernardino sheriffs and eventually was transferred over to the California Highway Patrol, and they are the units that are at this high-risk traffic stop here on the northbound 5. So for those of you who are just joining us, this is the termination of a police pursuit. It started with a narcotics suspect in San Bernardino. He was in a red F-150, older model one, red and black in color. In the back, he had what were clearly balloons to me, and then some of our viewers think that maybe it was a bounce house in the back. I believe that it did kind of look like that material, some sort of a bounce house in the back, and the side of the vehicle did have some sort of advertisement, some sort of party business, but again, this guy wanted for some serious stuff. Narcotics trafficking was the original want, and he had some undercover officers behind him. Eventually made his way to the LAPD's Northeast Division, which is essentially like the Highland Park, LaSalle Park area, and moved into Glendale's jurisdiction before jumping on that westbound 134 to the 5 freeway. The CHP got behind him, and they are the units that are still behind him here at this traffic stop. I can't hear the CHP frequency anymore, but what we do see is that the vehicle has come to a stop here on the northbound 5 freeway in the Castaic area. And as soon as we hear the code 4, I will, which means the all clear, that the guy's in custody, I will relay that to you. But as of yet, we have not heard it. And officers did say that he was the only person in the vehicle. Code 4? Thank you, George. George, my pilot here, hearing from the police ship that this has gone code 4, which means all clear. The suspect is in custody. So again, a police pursuit here all the way from San Bernardino to the Newhall area here on the northbound 5 freeway has terminated with one person in custody. Big delays here on this northbound 5, though, approaching the scene of the pursuit termination, but they should be able to clear that vehicle out of the way and all of the police cars out of the way here soon and get traffic flowing again. But from News Chopper 4, I'm Eliana Moreno alongside my pilot George Marcineau. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll have an update for you on the 11 o'clock news.